Hello everyone, Man of Interest here with This Week in Keyboards Keyset Edition, where I'll just be doing the keyset news of the last almost 2 weeks. There will be another video released for all of the keyboard and other related news, but hey, there's been a lot of keyset news, and I highly regret not doing an episode last week because, well, we got 22 topics to talk about today, just about keysets. This will probably be a longer episode than I wanted to, and it's going to be horrible for me because I always do these in one take, so yeah. I'm going to try to get the topics through pretty quickly just to save some time, so hey, check out the timestamps in the description if you wanted to skip through this long video. But let's dive right in. First up, GMK Shoko Second Style by Ray Sasquatch. Round 1 of this set became pretty popular once it started to ship out and people saw how the colors turned out and looked in person. As someone with this set, it's definitely a very pleasant set on the eyes. One of the main additions this time around is the hiragana set in the interest check, but here's where things get a bit odd and possibly confusing. It looks like Kono, the vendor, has jumped the gun on launching the group buy without Ray Sasquatch really being in the know. Hopefully they add some of the kits that Ray wants to add, like the hiragana set, because that's the only set I'd care to buy as someone who is from round 1. It's a very nice set, but I think right now it's best to wait for Ray and Kono to settle the miscommunication so we know what's happening, what kits exactly will be running. And hey, if you miss out on the set round 1 and you're looking forward to round 2, just keep an eye on things. Not sure what happened where the miscommunication happened and why Kono may have jumped the gun, but I really do hope everything will be resolved between all parties and everything will be hunky-dory. Our next set to talk about is the interest check for SA Outlander by NASP. This is a very sandy and brown colorway with the Kanji alphas being the most unique options for alpha kits. I really love these legends. I really hope this set comes to fruition. Those legends and alphas do work well since this would allow for more legend options when people design SA sets in the future. The colors used are the YCE, TBN, and TM, which are the brown of Chocolatier and the alpha color of SA Jukebox. Honestly, I think these colors work pretty well for a set, and ultimately, this isn't a set that I would get, but for people who like SA, this could be an interesting flavor to add to their collection. Our next interest check is SA Jadeite, which is the collaboration between Hoodro Thrillson and One Creative Mind. Using Signature Plastics colors VS, VAZ, VCB, and WAN, the set aims to impress with its dark to light green gradient. But when I saw this set, something didn't sit right with me and I didn't know what it was for the longest time. Now I know. Okay, look at the greens from left to right. When I do that, it looks like that mint on the right, it just doesn't work with the rest of the greens. But when I look at the gradient from right to left, that deep green doesn't work at the end, and it's always one of the greens at the end that doesn't work, and it drives me mad, and I want it to be different, but I don't know how, because I'm not into gradient sets. But hey, if you're into gradient sets, I really hope you pay attention to this and offer suggestions to make one of those greens work. So check it out. I'm gonna go crazy. Our next topic is a group buy over on DixieMech. It's DCS Red Alert 3, organized by Socialite. This set is going to be run through DixieMech's new fulfillment services that we talked about a few weeks back. It's nice to see this classic colorway return in its original profile. It's like a return to form. It's a simple red on white DCS with an option for white on red accents. It's going to be running until the end of the month, and it's cost $120 plus shipping. If it wasn't for their whole worldwide COVID-19 and everything else going down, I'd probably be down to clown with this set because it's a classic. Come on. Over on the key company, PBT Graen by Langlandia is now running. I just covered the IC the other week, but hey, it's now here and in the group buy phase. The group buy will be running until May 1st, and it will cost you a easy $95 for the core kit. Ain't too shabby. The real question is whether or not you're down to clown with that sandy gray and green. Let's head over to Novel Keys, where we have GMK Bushido by Beep. This set features both a white on dark bluish gray and a red on dark bluish gray separated by rows. Base kit's going to go for $125, and if the mix of legend color doesn't really jive with you, there is a Dishonor kit for $65, which will allow you to rock all red legends. I'm probably a bit too old school in my preferences to truly appreciate those separate legend colors, But if I went with this set, I'd have to go with that Dishonor kit. That would be my pick if I was going to get Bushido. I'm not, just because I don't want to spend that extra amount to make it how I want. But the novelties, pretty good, and I really like that Beeb is kind of double dipping on brass keycap options because you got both Rama and Salvin, and I think they're unique, and it's great how Salvin's Cerakoted and laser etched keycaps look pretty snazzy. So those are some A+ choices. The next group buy to talk about will take us to Dixie Mech for GMK Nautilus 2 by Zambumon. It's one of the community's favorite aquatic feeling sets if you like that kind of aquatic vibe, and the core kit will cost you a cool $115. If you don't already know about this set, it's the second round of GMK Nautilus, which is a wonderful set featuring blues and a strong yellow inspired by the Jules Verne novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and especially it's inspired by Captain Nemo's trusty ship, the Nautilus. I wonder if you read through that book, you could find out what Zamumon's other project names are. Crazy thought, crazy thought. GMK Nautilus 2 is running on Dixie Mech until May 5th, and if you're buying it from there, hey, consider using my affiliate link. Thanks so much. The next set on the show today is an intercheck for GMK Deku by Skaka, inspired by our main protagonist, Midoriya Izuku, aka Deku from My Hero Academia. This set features colors and accents of this character, and I don't watch this show. Yeah. So this plays out of the norm by having the darker alphas and the lighter modifiers. I'm not a fan of the inverted look like that, but I guess it works for the character. I don't watch the show, I don't know. I'm a bit surprised the modifier color isn't like white. I mean, is white instead of that black or dark gray for the leg bits the character has. But I don't watch MHA really. This is a weeb set I can't really relate to, so I can just look at it as a set on its own, and not for me. But hopefully fans of the show are really good and really liking those RAL colors. Also by the same author this week is ePBT Musician, which features die-subbed black on white and reverse die-subbed white on black. The colors are supposed to be color matched to GMK's CR and WS1. I personally think this doesn't really resemble a piano keyboard, aside from having those two colors, black and white. But if it's not that expensive, I'm sure plenty of people will be okay to check it out. Another intercheck we have today is GMK Nichirin by FL Frostbite. This is another anime character inspired set, this time inspired by Tanjiro and Nezuko of Demon Slayer. Really popular show right now, one that I still haven't finished. Oops. I think this set has a much better direction in being inspired by the characters than many we've seen in the past, because, it's still like, if you're not into the show, it's still a very palatable set to look at. I'm not too worried about the overall legend of visibility, but part of me thinks that both the green and red maybe should be a touch brighter, but this is a great direction for the set so far. Best of luck, FL Frostbites. Next up is kind of a 3-in-1. This is a 3-in-1. Kappa Psych is going for the shotgun approach to keyset interchecks by giving us 3 in the span of 2 days. GMK Dark Prismarine, GMK Night, and GMK Stealth. All 3 interchecks are just a simple render to show off the proposed colorway without any mention of RALs, Pantones, kit designs. My take on them? Dark Prismarine is GMK Nautilus, but worse. GMK Night would probably be better with yellow alphas than that cream yellow color, even though I assume it's supposed to be like the moon. And isn't GMK Stealth basically Skadolsha? I can't say I'm a fan of any of these undeveloped interest checks, but I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? And this is starting somewhere, technically. Our next, our next set is Beep's intercheck for ePBT Cool Kids. When you really take a look at this set, you gotta wonder, am I a cool enough kid for this? This set features a variety of colors on white, keycaps, and all the legends are arranged haphazardly, or I guess as a cool kid might. I probably won't get this key set, but maybe just a Smiley's kit because that's just nice. When I look at this set, it's definitely demonstrates some of the crazy things you can do with die subbing, so I guess it might be a nice artistic set for someone to have. The next intercheck coming up is Vroom 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 GMK Skyline by Blind Assassin, inspired by a picture of a strong red sun/moon, moody blue background, and a black skyline. Hey, you know what? I think this set has potential, but of course one of the biggest challenges will be making sure that red comes out right, because if it turns out a bit too dark, there might not be enough contrast with the alphas. And hey, there is something here for people, and it's pretty cool with that strong red. It's not a bad start, Blind Assassin, not a bad direction to take this at all. Hope it turns out well. The next set entering interest check is GMK Ishtar by Bachu, which is inspired by Ishtar from Fate Go. This set features a black, a red, and a yellowish beige, and a gold. And I'm sure if you haven't been paying too much attention, yes, there has indeed been a lot of weeb sets lately, and this is another one. But you know what? You know what? They sell. The only thing this set looks like it's missing right now is the Hiragana Alphas, because you can't be a real weeb set without one, right? The colors aren't the most exciting for me, but I think they're executed competently. Let's switch gears and talk about a cat set. It's the intercheck for Cat Hyperfuse Origins by J Saint S. Working alongside Originative, this set takes the Hyperfuse many love, know, or are sick and tired of, and brings it to the cat profile. It will be interesting to see how these turn out and to see how the reverse dice subbing for the modifiers work. And you know what? When I think about Hyperfuse, it's basically the Skyrim of Keysets. I guess it's time to start counting the days until it makes its way to MT3 and CAM. Every time there's a new profile, you bet there's probably going to be a Hyperfuse on it at some point, right? Okay, up next is Younglad in GMK Minimall. I guess it's called Minimall now, which is GMK Minimall 2. It's a very simple black on white set that features a white between the very cool and bright WS2 and the beige CP. Nice in the middle, which is in the middle. The alternate kit has some pretty refreshing color accents that I appreciate quite a bit. Yeah, this set is definitely a good pickup for almost anyone in the community, to be honest. A set like this is extremely versatile and can work really well in many situations. I'm probably looking forward to it, especially for those color accents. Yeah. Okay, next up we have another gradient set. It's Cat Iron by Fatboy Carney. I guess Fatboy Carney really likes the elements because previously from him we had GMK Copper, and now we're moving on to Iron. I wonder what element is next. Hopefully neon, that'd be interesting. The gradient goes from a very light gray at row 1 to a very dark gray by the bottom row. The Phoenician Alphas though, those are cool. That's like the real A+ of this set. I think it's odd that so many people are considering cat reverse die subs when like there haven't really been examples for the world to see. Like there haven't been like a large amount of shipped reverse die sub key creative sets. Like the only thing I can think of is like some of the options for Cam Starry Nights, but hey, cat is basically the new SA, right? With this many cat ICs, I expect cat to start shipping out in 2022 or something. Yeah. The next set to talk about today is the intercheck for GMK White Wolf by Moradin. This is a simple light gray on dark gray set with icons for the modifiers sans the bottom row. This gives a very simplistic look that some may love, others may hate. And you know, this is a very nice way to pay homage and inspiration to a character in a series without going over the top. It works really well, and this set has similarities with GMK 9s, but if you look at them side by side, I think this comes off a bit cooler in tone while 9s is a bit warmer. Hopefully, the logo is recognizable but far enough from the trademark to avoid troubles, but alternatively, obtaining a license to make this an official set would be super awesome. So, best of luck. The next group buy to talk about, as I'm now losing my voice, is GMK Bleached by Butalu, running on TX Keyboards US for those of us here in the US. It's running right now. It's another black on white set featuring WS2 for those cool white keycaps and CR2 for those dark black legends. The base set is going to cost you an easy $100 and has fine compatibility for most people, and it's pretty simple. It's supposed to be a nice and simple set that will work with a plethora of colored cases. And hey, if you can't wait for Minimall, here's a good alternative that's running right now. Okay, last in the news. I made it. Last in the news. Last stretch. GMK Black Lotus, designed by Pomtato, and it is currently running on the Key Company. It's inspired by Black Lotus of Excel World and Magic the Gathering's Black Lotus card, of course. This set features black, purple, and lilac as the primary colors. The base kit is available for $125, and you know, purple has always been a light color in the community, but these are trying times. I know many vendors are still hitting their MOQs, but it seems like GMK Black Lotus is it's a little slower on the take getting there at the moment compared to a few of the other sets running. If you like purple, you might want to consider supporting this set or waiting next time you see a purple set that really catches your fancy. Well, that's it for these last 2 weeks in keyboards in terms of key sets. Sorry for the delayed episode. I'm not gonna lie. Here's my bad excuse, which isn't an excuse. This is what happened. I've been distracted by being bad at Valorant, and I just started a new D&D group, which I might randomly stream on a different channel, TBD. Expect an episode on keyboard and other news coming up in a day or two. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and keep on keyboarding. I really should think about revising my formula, because this episode is 22 topics today. And I usually do all this on one take because I'm an idiot. Let's get to it.